Okay, the first step in removing the airbag is to remove the two plastic covers. There's one right there. There's another one back here, if you can see that. And if you want to turn the steering wheel like this, it's going to make it a lot easier to get at those. But once you've removed the bolts under there, you want to turn the steering wheel straight so that your wheels are pointing straight. If you're, in my instance, because I'm replacing the clock spring, if you're going to be removing the steering wheel, you want your wheels pointed forward and straight before you take that steering wheel out. If you're just taking the airbag out, it's not a big deal, I would think, but you're probably safe to just go ahead and keep the steering wheel straight before you start removing things. Okay, now that I have both of those bolts out, they are 8 millimeters, I believe. I used a 5, let me check. I used a 5/16, but I believe that they are technically 8 millimeters. And once you've done that, once you've taken the two bolts out, this whole airbag assembly comes right out, and you just got to take this connector off. All you need to do is slide that yellow piece forward and pinch these two tabs, pull out. There you go. Airbag is out. Next, what we're going to have to do is remove the steering wheel. So make sure this unit is unplugged here, and then remove this bolt holding the steering wheel on. Once that bolt is removed, it is a T50 Torx. Once that's removed, you will need to remove the steering wheel here, and that involves either using a steering wheel puller, which is easiest, or you just got to keep tugging, pulling, and eventually she will come free. So do that and you're on to the next step. Next, you're going to have to remove the plastic from the top and bottom. There are two Phillips head screws down below. Those need to come out, and then you should be able to pry this bottom piece and top piece off. Now, once you have the steering wheel and the plastic cover off, the next step is going to be removing the clock spring from the this assembly here that has your windshield wiper, your steering column controls, as well as your hazards. And all you need to do for that is there is 3 little clips. They look just like that. Let's see, there's another one. There's the last one. Pry those up with a flat head and pull this unit off. And it's that simple. This wire right here is going to be in this little holder. You need to just pry it out from there. And that's that. These two items are separated. And next is you're going to have to take out the second part of the clock spring assembly. And to do that, you need to remove this panel here, which has 4 or 5 8 millimeter bolts hanging it in. Drop that down, remove this. It's just clipped on here. Unplug all the plugs, clip the new one in, replug in all the stuff, and then you're on your way to installing the new clock spring. Okay, so once you're starting to piece everything back together, make sure all the plugs are in. Make sure this gets plugged back in here. Okay, I'm going to do that in a second. The steering wheel bolt here, 39 foot-pounds. 39 foot-pounds. That's what you need to torque that to, and then you're all set there. Also, if your clock spring had a piece of plastic like this on it, it needs to be removed before you put the steering wheel back on. All this is for is to help hold the clock spring, so when it's being, handled and shipped, it doesn't spin and break internally. So this just keeps it from spinning. It needs to be removed before you install the steering wheel here. So yeah, torque this down to 39. Make sure all your plugs are plugged in, your airbag is back in and bolted in, and yeah, installation of the new piece is the opposite of removal. So it's that easy, that simple, and that should help you with your troubles with a broken clock spring. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, help out the channel, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But regardless, thanks everybody. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.